Hello and welcome to English 383. My name is Dr. Sasha Johnson-Coleman and I will be your instructor for this course. I'm going to introduce myself a little bit. I have been at NSU. I was originally there from 2009 to 2018, then I left, went and was an administrator at Wiley University in Marshall, Texas, and then also at Denmark Technical College in Denmark, South Carolina, which is a 2-year HBCU. And also was an English language fellow for the U.S. State Department. And now I'm back at Norfolk State. I started back in the fall of 2025. And so again, I welcome you to this course, this session. First of all, we're going to look at the course site. This is what the course site looks like for you. Okay, and so what I would really want you to do is to peruse the entire site. Take the time to click on everything. Get to know the site well. As you see, I'm pretty thorough with the site. And the thing is to start here, just like it says. Looking at tips, system requirements, tech support, course navigation. Right here is my contact information, my email address. If you have to reach me by phone, it's calling the Department of English and Foreign Languages office. I also have virtual office hours on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 8:30 to 9:50 Eastern Standard Time. Everything that we do in this class is based on Eastern Standard Time. And this is the link for the Zoom, the meeting ID, and the passcode. If you need to meet me at an alternate date or time, please Blackboard message me or email me 3 dates and times between the hours of 8 a.m., 5 p.m., Monday through Thursday. I do not check emails on holidays and or weekends. So 24 to 48 hours is the time that I get back with you. And I'm pretty quick with getting back with you. Looking at, you can find the syllabus information here, timing expectations, all these things here, use of generative AI, etc. And we'll talk about that more as well. This is also another link to the syllabus here. You will see that right here, and we'll go over the syllabus soon. So you just click on this, and here's the syllabus. You can make it larger, or you can download it right here. And then also, this is our textbook. What it'll do, we have 2 volumes for African American literature using the Norton Anthology of African American Literature by Henry Louis Gates and his co-authors. And so what you'll do is when you click on this, either one of the links, you'll sign in and register for it. And also for the student site videos as well. Here we have formats, handouts, and writing support. Please utilize this. I have some handouts for you, just some grammar handouts, how to do theses, how to develop your essay, and then taking effective reading notes. We will do a lot of reading in here. This is going to be very fast-paced, so you have to keep up with the readings. You have to make sure that you do them, take notes, and I think this handout is really excellent because it has you to write down the main information of the work. And this will help you as you go forward with writing discussion boards and also essays, and also for the final exam. Right here, you have APA, MLA formats. You can choose either APA or MLA, but you have to just stick with one throughout this whole session. You can't go back and forth. I think it would be best for you to choose the format that closely aligns with your major. However, I am open, but you have to stick with one. And so the online writing lab at Purdue does an excellent job of showing you how to format essays based on APA and MLA and some other formats too that we're not using. It also has grammar exercises, all kinds of things with help with reading and writing. And so definitely take a look. For your papers, you will be asked to go get professional tutoring feedback from either the NSU Writing Center or tutor.com. The NSU Writing Center can be virtual or in person, and tutor.com is definitely just virtual. And so remember that the tutor is going to look at your major challenges. It's not going to edit. You have to edit your own work. This is also, you'll have in-text citations and references at the end, and many of them are required to be scholarly. So this is a really good website from George Mason University's libraries about the differences between popular sources, scholarly sources, trade sources, and gray literature. So definitely check out this link. And then also the librarians at NSU have done a wonderful job with the guide for English 383 on just, instruction for writing research and literary analyses there. So definitely look at that. This is the grading. This is the rubric that I use for your essays. And so also how to look at feedback that I give you on Blackboard. Please make sure you look at the feedback. It's constructive criticism, that will help you as you go forward these 6 weeks. These are university support services. Take your time to click on these. And these are the weekly modules. It is super important that you look at each module. Every module will have detailed information to support the assignments. Do not just go to the grade book and just say, oh, okay, I have a discussion board, that's what I want to do, and not look at the modules. The modules are there to help you with the assignments. There'll be videos, there may be PowerPoints, extra handouts and materials so that you can get a full understanding and support for the assignment. So please don't forget to do that. And each module will populate at the latest the Sunday before the new week, and our weeks start on Mondays. Okay, as we keep going, let's go ahead and look at the syllabus, and I'm going to go ahead and pull that syllabus up. Okay, start from the beginning. So this is the syllabus right here, and I'm pretty thorough. It's 14 pages. The course is online. This is the same information I showed you earlier through our Blackboard course. You can do this on your own, looking at the course description, prerequisites, and co-requisites, and outcomes. This is the book, as I showed you, volumes 1 and 2 of the Norton Anthology. You need to make sure that you have Office 365. I only accept papers that are Microsoft Word or PDFs. I do not accept Google Docs. I do not accept SharePoint sites like OneDrive or Google Drive or Dropbox. I do not access links. They have to be uploaded as attachments as a Microsoft Word document or a PDF only. Do not use Apple Pages. I will not be able to access that. Again, and you get Microsoft Word for free. So there's no excuse. Make sure that you do that. All for discussion boards, you'll just write in the dialog box on Blackboard. And if we have journal responses, you do the same with that as well. But for essays, Microsoft Word documents, PDFs only. You have to have Respondus Lockdown Browser because we're going to use that for the final exam, and you might even do that for an essay as well, a timed essay. You can look at the delivery. These are the competencies that the state of Virginia requires for higher ed, and that Norfolk State has also agreed upon. We're reading and writing assignments, essays, discussion boards and journals, quizzes, final tests, etc. This is the grading scale for Norfolk State University. These are the grading components for the class. 40% will be discussion boards, participation quizzes, 25% short paper, 35% final exam, which equals 100%. Discussion boards, you will see that you have to always reply to 2 people, and they have to be a minimum of 75 to 150 words for 2 people. But for your main reply to the prompt, has to be at least 150 to 250 words. I do look at word count. I do look at grammar. If the grammar has many challenges, you will lose points as well. There are times when I'll have you to cite your work, either in APA or MLA. You must do that. So the grading is as simple as this. You do the work, you get 100, as I have instructed you to do. You miss one thing, you get a 50. And you don't do it at all, you get a 0. If you do all the work, but you have numerous challenges with grammar, then points will be deducted from that. So please make sure that you follow the instructions and that you do the work and do it on time. And we'll talk about submission of assignments as we keep going. Short paper, of course, in APA or MLA formatting. You'll be given the prompt and instructions on Blackboard. And remember, as I said here, this is to remind you, MS Word documents are PDF only. None of the other kinds of word processing, none of the other kind of sharing sites, none of that. And your final exam will consist of multiple choice, true, false, short answers, and fill in the blank. and you will be given a 2-hour time limit to do it, and you must use Respondus Lockdown Browser. Extra credit will not be given in this course, so please do not ask for it. It will not be given. Um, as for your attendance and participation, you are required to be very participatory in this class. I try to be, as interactive as possible. And so I always tell students, minimally, you should be on Blackboard at least 3 days a week and minimally for 9 hours a week. I would suggest that you look at Blackboard every day because you never know what new announcement or change in assignments or in addition assignments or just some supplementary materials, things of that nature, or if I'm just contacting you and I need to get in touch with you. So make sure you check your Blackboard announcements, your messages, your NSU email, and just looking at the modules as well to see any updates. As we continue, you can look at this yourself. Again, I only go on Eastern Standard Time, so no matter where you are in the world, it's always by Eastern Standard Time. All your written work should be in either the fonts Arial 11 points, Times New Roman 12, or Calibri 12. I do not accept any other fonts, so please do not use Aptos or anything else. These have to be the fonts in their sizes. So make sure that you do that. Make sure that you use Chrome when you are accessing Blackboard. Please do not use Safari or Edge or any other kind of browser. The best browser is Chrome. Remember also that 11:30 p.m., which is when your assignments are due, Eastern Standard Time on Blackboard may not be the same as your time. So please do not wait till the last minute to submit your work. I only go by Blackboard time. If Blackboard said that you're late, you're late. So please, it really would behoove you to make sure that you work in advance and make sure that you submit your assignments in advance. We know sometimes there are internet outages and problems with technology. That's why it's so important for you to work in advance. So please do so. I do not accept late work. So please do not email me about late work. I will not accept it. You have a thorough course calendar where everything is due, the dates and the time. So you know that in advance. The only time that I accept late work is when you have an official university excuse from the Dean of Students or the Office of Equity and Access. And you go to the Office of Equity and Access depending on your situation. But for all other things, it's the Dean of Students. And that is how I'll let you make up the work. Other than that, you cannot make up the work. Again, no incomplete grades and no extra credit will be given. Let's keep going. So make sure that you attend. There is a line out policy the first week of classes. So if you have no engagement, you will be lined out. And for online courses, the U.S. Department of Education, which is what Norfolk State adheres to, lets you know that you can't just log in to the Blackboard course. That's not sufficient, right? You have to actually right here it shows some of the ways that are considered that you've attended class, whether it's an submission of an academic assignment, an exam, participation that I can see, like let's maybe Zoom if we do something that was synchronous, or a posting of your discussion boards or icebreaker, an email that you may have sent to me. So about Blackboard, about the work that will be sufficient. So please make sure that you comply by federal laws, because once I line you out because you have not participated based on their guidelines, that is it. So please make sure that you do understand that. Absences from the final exam, you'll need, of course, official excuse to take the final exam if you are absent on the day it's due, and that will be Friday, June 26th. And I do take attendance. I do look at that. I do look at analytics. I see how much you're involved with accessing Blackboard and whatnot. And if I see that you're not doing as much, I will be contacting you so that you know that you need to be more present and more active with it. Integrity, we expect academic honesty, and this goes into generative AI Please do not use generative AI to write your discussion boards, your journal responses, your essays. I do have you to, especially with your essays, to submit it twice, once and turn it in, which looks at AI generative usage, and also just regular Blackboard submission. And if it's a high percentage that turn in, it says that for Blackboard you will have significant points and or a 0 for the paper. So please do not use it. Only use it to support, maybe to help with an outline or something like that, but not to write your full paper or your full discussion board. Again, we talked about, I usually get back to emails 24 to 48 hours, Monday through Friday, but and Friday by noon, but not on weekends and not on holidays. Make sure that you address me appropriately as Dr. Johnson-Coleman, as I will address you as well. I'm not just going to email you. I'm going to say, Dear John, or Dear Sally, or Dear Mr. Jones. And so the expectation is for you to do the same. That's part of netiquette rules. Which we're going here. So being respectful, mindful, and professional. In the discussion boards, you will be responding to two classmates. So there may be some things that your classmates, you may disagree with them, and that's okay. But just respect the fact that each person has the right to believe and think the way they do. You can have a good scholarly conversation without being combative. Make sure that your writing to me is in standard American English grammar. I do look at that even for emails and messages. Do not write me as if you were text messaging. This still is an English course, and you are scholars, and standard American English proficiency is the requirement. Blackboard instructions, please read this. Make sure you use Chrome as the internet browser. Do not use Chromebooks. They're not going to work for Blackboard, so don't use them. Be wary of using your phone for everything, even to upload your assignments. Many times it doesn't work, so you could be late and get a 0 for your assignment. Use your laptop, use your desktop, use your iPad, use your Microsoft Surface, those things, but do not use your phone exclusively, and definitely do not use Chromebooks. These are all, again, the requirements. And take a look at this. If you have a disability, please go ahead and go to Disability Services. They will help you, and so that I can give the accommodations that you need to be successful in the class. Because my goal is for everyone to be successful and to pass, and for you to do the best as you can. And continue to read all of this. Any kind of extra help with counseling, mental health, anything you may need, this syllabus has it. And these are just successful tips for this online class. Make sure you read them. I highlighted them in yellow on purpose so that you know. And this is the thorough course calendar of assignments. So I'm pretty thorough. You have everything from week 1 to week 6. Page numbers and the page numbers correspond with the Norton Anthology of African American Literature. There may be times where I will, and you know what, let me just go show you on Blackboard. So this is everything in the syllabus. You know everything from the beginning to the end. But let's take a look at our course, and let's look at week 1, which starts now. So you see that you have the main module here, and this is the first thing that you click. This is the syllabus again. These are links to the syllabus and the books, your syllabus contract, proof of respondents, lockdown browser, discussion board 1 and discussion board 2. But this is the main module here. And let's look at this. So it says, please scroll to the bottom, as this is a long module. It is. Don't just look at just this first part. You have to scroll. You'll see a lot of information. You'll see videos, pictures, books, PowerPoints, you name it. So this is the beginning. If you have trouble with Respondus Lockdown Browser, please look at this video. It will help you. You make sure that you look at the syllabus again, because you have a syllabus contract with me, and then also proof of Respondus Lockdown Browser. You just need to take a picture of the icon and submit that. These are both quiz grades. Writing requirements, we talked about that, APA and MLA, Standard American English Proficiency. This is the hard copy of the books. This is what they look like. And the required readings from this week come from Frances W. Harper right here, Anna Julia Cooper, and Toni Cade Bambara. A poem by her, a chapter in her book, and a short story by her. And many times, so the page numbers correspond again to the Norton Anthology of African American Literature, which you do have a link to it. So that's where the page numbers come in, right here. Or I may just sometimes give you another outside link, which I did for this week because this is the first week of classes and I tend to do that, to other sources that have the readings as well. And if I can find it at times, I'll also link a YouTube video so you can have an audio recording of the book. So take advantage of those as well. And again, these are the discussion boards that are due this week. So, with all that being said, I want you to have a successful session. Contact me if you need to contact me. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Also, work ahead and work diligently. If you know you're going to go on vacation or you have an appointment or some things are coming up, go ahead and finish the work in advance. Don't waste time, because these weeks, 6 weeks, excuse me, are going to go by really quickly. So I want you to make sure that you definitely do that and you will be successful. Read and read and read and take notes and ask questions and do your work, and that will equal a passing in this course. All right, wishing you well.